Happy Sunday, everyone. Thanks for joining me on this journey. This is our second episode, and after a while, I'll probably get tired of naming and numbering episodes, but I come to you today on a Sunday afternoon while everyone is either napping or enjoying their quiet time so that I can have my quiet time to talk about having quiet time as part of being a self-care. Um, we tend to be so busy in our everyday that we don't take time to pause. And I find that the moments that I need pause is at bedtime. People always ask me, why do I put my kids to sleep by 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock in the winter, spring, summer, fall. 8 o'clock, lights off, I need to be quiet. Because I find that by 8 o'clock, my mom bar is low, my Naomi bar is low, everything is low, and I need to restart. And for me to restart, I need my quiet time. I had a friend who was always upset that she would call me after 8 o'clock because she thought, oh, the kids are asleep, I can talk to you. And I wouldn't pick up. Because I discovered a long time ago the do not disturb button on my phone. And that mutes everything. It mutes your emails, it mutes notifications, it mutes text messages, it mutes phone calls. It just mutes everything. And though the phone is still on, I don't see it. I only put specific numbers or specific, in case of that would go through. And if it wasn't an emergency, why are you calling me? You should call 911 anyways. But I've never turned off my do not call, do not disturb, because I realize that after 8 o'clock, I'm cranky, I'm moody, I'm not going to give you the best answers because I will give you the real answers. We tend to, when we're all, we're happy, we're recharged, we're up, we're going to tell people what they want to hear because we're very conscious about their feelings. Whereas for me, I'm very conscious about your feelings. I'm very up into your emotional. You might ask me something. At 9 o'clock in the morning and then ask me the same question at 9 o'clock at night, and you will get two different answers and two different attitudes. Not that the answers are wrong, it's just how I'm presenting you that answer you're not going to like. If you ask me about, I'm having this problem with this red shoe, at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll be like, you know what? The red shoe's nice if you want to wear the red shoe. If not, wear something else. 9 o'clock at night, and I might tell you, that red shoe's ugly anyways. Why did you buy it? I kind of gave you the same answer, but with more love at 9 o'clock in the morning opposed to 9 o'clock at night. Self-care. You just need to know when your breaking point is. My breaking point is at 8 o'clock. My 4-year-old she's a very touchy person. That's one of her love languages, a touch. When it's time for her to go to sleep, she wants to hold my arm. She wants to do this. I'm too busy with the infant to always give her love language because her love language is so overbearing. It's like she wants to hold my arm. Instead of holding the arm, she wants to take my arm as if my arm can unattach from my skin and give to her. And I can't do that because I'm nursing a child. So I can't give you my arm. Lay on my leg. I don't want to lay on your leg. Or she'll lay on my leg and put her whole body on my leg. You can't do that. And in turns, that turns into my bubble, my space. You're in my space. Get out of my space. And I do that to her sometimes. So, not on purpose, but because it's 8 o'clock. And I need you to just turn it off. Because if you don't turn it off, mommy's forced to turn, I'm a monster at 8 o'clock. I know that. And that's something I need to work on. But I like my quiet. So when 8 o'clock comes, the TV's on, but I'm not really watching it, so sometimes I don't even turn it on. I will literally just sit in my room and I'm in silence. I'm talking to God the way that I talk to him. Not necessarily on my knees, but I'm having a conversation with him. I'm asking him questions. I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, wow, what am I doing? I ask myself that all the time. What am I doing? And then I ask God, you really gave me 3 kids? You know what I mean? Like, I really have 3 kids, God? You saw it fit for me to be 3 people's mothers? I can barely be accountable for myself. You want me to be accountable for 3 more people on top of me. But he never gives us more than we can handle. So in the points where you feel like you're about to crack, or you feel like your kid is just acting a mess, or your spouse is just working on that last nerve of yours, that's your breaking point. That's your body telling you, if I keep going without taking 5 minutes to myself, I'm going to hurt your feelings. So it's okay to take 5 minutes to yourself. You know what I mean? When people think of self-care, they think, oh, I need to go get my nails done. I need to get my eyebrows done. I need to do my hair. I need to... Whatever makes you feel good at that moment. It may be sitting and just having your candles lit. That's a form of self-care. Taking that extra 10 minutes in the shower, you're self-caring. You know what I mean? You're bringing yourself back to your center. You're bringing yourself back to what makes you feel good about life. You know what I mean? You're re-energizing. You're rebooting for the day. And we all got to find our reboot. We all got to find our reboot, because though he doesn't give us more than we can handle, he never gives us more than we can handle. It's how we handle what he gives us. How do you handle it? How do you handle it when your light is dim? You might not be putting your 100% in what he's giving you because your light is dim. So that it's okay to recharge. It's okay to reboot. If it means turning off your electronics to reboot, that's all right. You're not missing nothing. There's nothing so much important on Facebook that you can't take 5-10 minutes or a day away from. If it means taking care of yourself. If you find that you always got to be on Facebook, or you always have to do something, and you have other priorities and you're putting something before the other, you might need to put something down. If you're watching your days go by, your days are going past you, you can't enjoy and smell the roses or smell, you know what I mean? You can't embrace the moment. You can't enjoy being outside without looking at your phone. You need to turn your phone off to enjoy the sunlight, to enjoy the outside, enjoy the day. Put it down. Put it on silent. People get really mad about when they call me and they're like, oh, I called you, you didn't pick up. Well, my phone wasn't on me, or my phone's on silent. I'm just seeing that. They don't like that answer, but sometimes it's best for you not to even pick up when the phone's ringing, because you could be having the greatest day, and that person on the other end has just you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. That person puts you in another place. I look at my phone and sometimes I'm like, not today, God. Not today, God. Why don't I just make a silent prayer to that person, for that person, to God, like, God, whatever it is, handle it, because not today. I can't do it today. I can't. You can't put your weight on me. You can't. I got other things far more important to deal with than the issue that you're calling me about at this moment. Not today. It's okay to say not today. And I'm learning that daily about myself. I have a lot of not today moments with everyone. Not today. I can't do this today. And I'm always telling God that I can't do this today. I can't deal with this today. I'm not in the mood for this today, because I might not give you a word of encouragement, and you might be looking for that word of encouragement. So it's best to sometimes not even just say not today. What are your not today moments? When do you say to yourself, I'm burning out, I have no energy for this, not today? How do you handle your not todays? What do you do to make you a better person tomorrow? You got to ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that. What am I doing to make myself better for tomorrow? Because today is a not today day. That's it for today. I have a lot of not today days, not today moments. I find them, I have a lot more not today than right now moments. And that's because I find myself, I need to sometimes just pause on a lot of people. I'm just going to, not today. You handle that. All right, God, you handle that, God, because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? You might be looking for an emotional support, and I can't give that to you. Because if I'm giving you the little bit of emotional support that I have, who's going to give me my emotional support? When your problems are big for you, my problems are big for me. Difference between me and some other people, I don't share my problems. I deal with them. Me and God, we deal with our problems. Because when you tell your problems to a lot of people, you don't know who's hurting you and who's helping you. So it's better to, all right, God, we're going to figure it out. I say it all the time. I made a king-size bed. I'm laying in it. I'm living in it. I'm growing in it. And I can't expect someone to help me grow and go through the bed that I made. So I got to make it myself. I got to do it myself. I'm going to fall back on you as my encouragement when I need it. But for the most part, it's me and God talking, because you might not say something I want to hear, but God's going to always tell me what I need to hear. So your not today moments, your breaking point, your reboot. How do you do it? What makes you start up again? What's your motivation to keep going? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment on the bottom. I'm going to try to come back to you guys in a couple days with some more insight about my life. But this is what was laid on my heart today on Sunday. When you have your not today moment, how do you get back to the today moment? How do you get back to tomorrow when today is your not today? Let me know. Have a blessed week.